Jimmy from Oklahoma says, hello, Dutch and James. In the mid-90s, the WWF had a backstage interviewer/merch hype man named Todd Pettengill. He was known for making cheesy jokes on air, and in my opinion comes off as a fun and likeable guy. However, he seems to be hated by most fans, and as far as the boys go, I never heard his name come up in shoot interviews. Does Dutch have any stories about Mr. Pettengill? Thanks.
Well, when I was there, I think he was on when did he leave WWF?
Okay, so with Todd, he got in there in 93. He left the WWF in 97, late night, autumn of 97. So he was sort of, during your initial run as Uncle Zeb, he was there the entire time. But he only turned up live, I think, to pay-per-views. I don't really think he did the Raws or the Superstars or anything like that. He was a New York DJ and a very successful one at the time. So he was splitting jobs.
Well, I never did an interview with him, I don't think. I'm not sure. But, yeah, he's not the type who would go out and party with the guys, so they wouldn't talk about him and, go party with him or anything. Vince seemed to like him, and he did, what'd you say, he showed up later doing what?
He only did the pay-per-views, and then he did studio stuff in Connecticut as well, so he'd do...
Yeah,
if he
that's why I didn't run...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I didn't run across him. Because if he was in the studio most of the time and not on the road, I wouldn't have seen him. But he was very good. And I think I saw an interview with him with somebody, a network guy, but I don't know if that was him or not.
Yeah,
Todd Pettengill, man, that's reaching way, way back.
You see, that's my era, though. I mean, here's the thing with Todd, is he was an excellent presenter. Like, he never flubbed his lines. He was really professional. He didn't know anything about wrestling, really. He only know, the bare bones of it, but he was a really good TV presenter. The only problem with Todd is that, one, he was making an awful lot of money. With the W, he's probably making $250,000 a year for just, living in Connecticut, doing these Saturday morning shows and flying out for a pay-per-view once every 2 or 3 months, or every month after In Your House comes out. But he was probably making even more money in New York doing this like morning radio show where he was still like a young kid and burning the candle at both ends, trying to do both. So he ends up, he left the WWF. The WWF didn't cancel on him or, end his contract. They wanted to keep him. The problem with Todd is that he was too plain to the kids. And I think that's a image problem when the WWF in late 97 wants to get more gritty and more real. So it's sort of, when they split off from each other, it's sort of the best for both parties. But I thought he was very talented.
Okay, Todd Pettengill today, is he still with us?
He's still alive. He's still doing radio. I mean, nowhere near as... I don't know. He does do radio, but it might just be internet radio or smaller radio than, in the 90s.
Well, he wasn't a partier. He didn't go out and party with the guys. He didn't do drugs. He didn't mess around with his old lady or whatever. So, as far as I know, he's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, what was he doing in the wrestling business?
And how did he get there? Did Vince find him?
I think so, yeah. He was like in his early 20s or something when he was an interviewer. He had a mullet at one point.
And he was very good.
Yeah.